Okay, this is a video of our second corporate model exercise. This one is a little bit different, a little bit trickier. This you can find if you have the the Google Drive. You can go to corporate models and then corporate model exercises, and it's the one that says exercise number 2. Ah, my dog's barking a little bit. That's fine. Okay, and what am I doing? Okay, this one's just going to I'm just going to first give you an overview and do some other things on this model. First of all, I put 3 cases in here, and I put a little code number. Here's our little code number. I didn't color the inputs. We start with, I'm sorry about this. Let's go up. So we're going to use the index function to to select the EBITDA scenario, CapEx, working capital, and really we'll have some operating cash that perhaps should be in the financing section. And then we have an interest income rate, interest expense rate, payout ratio like we did before. This time we have a equity issue. We have 2 different debt issues, and then we start with the balance sheet. A few differences. I'm going to make this net plant like we did before. Okay, and then why don't we delete this? We'll have different debt issues when we put the balances together. This time we'll have a minimum cash balance and then put the interest, the debt and the short-term debt and the cash together, and then adjust for the cash balance. Now in this file, I did put a little, sometimes it's not right there, but I did kind of put some data validations. If you ever want to make these, they're just so easy to do. You just go to data validation, come on, and then you go to, once you hit validation, you go to an input message and type interest rate on debt, and you can say this is modeled as opening balance. There, I hope you hear my dog barking. Okay, and then if you want to copy it, you can copy it as a validation, paste special as a validation. Okay, so we have a little bit of complication on the interest, on the minimum short-term debt, and I guess the share balance, although I'm going to do this without the share balance in the original thing. Now let's just get started by doing a couple of things. In the macro video, I explained how you could import this generic macro. So let's try that. So let's go to if you have this on the disk, it's in chapter number 1, folder number 12, and it's the one called generic macros. If you get that generic macros, you have to, fuck. Okay, I hope we can go on. If you get this, here's what you do. The first thing is you go to the auto open, you find the module. It usually puts it in a second module. You run the auto open module. Now after you run that, you can add a number of things to our file. Alternate and F11 takes you back. It puts you to the first screen. First of all, you can press Shift Control C to make a highlighting of the inputs. Then, as we did before, if we put a number in, we can press Shift Control R to get the number to work. If you, I think that's about it for now. Okay, I'm sure there'll be a few other things we'll use. Now let's get this index thing working. If you put equal index, and I hope this becomes I think it's should be really your favorite Excel command. We can copy this. Whoops. Oh no. I used range names. I made this thing so ancient. Oh God. Whoops. Where's my Shift Control? Okay. Shift Control 1 to format it. Let's Shift Control 1 all of these so we have some different growth rates. This is the growth rate up on the top. Okay, and why don't we use a conditional format to tell which scenario we're on? If you want to do that, you shade this area. You go to Home, Conditional Formatting. And then you go to the new rule if you're fancy with Excel, and then you use a formula. And here's the big trick. You click on the upper cell in the upper left-hand corner, and very often you press the F4 key and take all of them away. And that's not what I want to do. I want to, shit. Sorry about that. This time for conditional formatting of one of these things, you again use new rule, and this time let's click on this one, but let's keep the column the same and put that as an equal sign and make that equal to our little growth rate. And then let's format that as so go ahead if you want to try that. It's a good exercise to try. Press OK using that thing, and then if we put number 2, it goes to the second one, and 3 goes to the third one. And in another video, we explain how to use all of this. I think I think this has good or bad. It has we have some minority interest as well, and we have a minority interest percentage, which we'll use for both the dividends and for the and minority income. So this file has quite a bit of complications, more than the first one, and the next video we'll just work through and build all of these things. Perhaps we should put at least a couple of underlines here, just so we remember that that's one, and we have the Shift Control right arrow. Okay. The total assets and the total liabilities. So this time we're also going to fill in the working capital analysis once we get the EBITDA and the working capital. And I'm just blabbering on, so I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this video right now.